One thing I'm not going to stop doing is reading.
You ain't gonna read me. You can read my man, though.
Oh, read me. What could he possibly say?
What's tea, y'all? I'm Dr. Brinkley, licensed psychotherapist, doctor of psychology, and lover of reality TV. And I'm with my fiance, David, and my bestie, Neville, and we're the Sissy Squad. Each episode, we're serving you the slow-mo, play-by-play of some of the most iconic breakdowns in Drag Race history.
We're on the couch and by the phone,
Ready to talk to some of our friends, both old and new.
And help them bring a better, brighter, main character energy to their lives.
and as wild as these situations may seem, they're relatable with real people who have real problems.
Now, this is not therapy.
But I'm a therapist, so I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks to use when you find yourself in similar situations.
Now, who said you can't learn from watching a little television? Y'all ready to talk to some of our girls?
Welcome to Sissy That Psyche! The theme for this episode, y'all, is when reading goes too far.
Oh.
You might have the intention of it being just a good kiki, but sometimes it could go a little too deep.
Yeah, reading tends to escalate. It tends to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 300. And someone gets hurt.
Yeah.
And that definitely happened all the way back to season 5.
Ooh.
We had the iconic duo of Alyssa and Coco.
Wow.
Yes.
And, you know, they came into the season with a lot of herstory,
Beef.
right? So about 2 years before filming, Alyssa had actually won Miss Gay America, which is a pageant, but she was unable to fulfill the duties of the winner.
That's right.
So with that, Coco was then put in her place.
She was crowned.
And she was the reigning queen
She had
of
to
Miss
step
Gay
up.
America. She had to step
Yeah,
up.
step up.
Up, baby.
However, they got into a little reading session and
Took a wrong turn.
it took
Took
a
a wrong turn.
Y'all ready to watch?
Let's get into it.
Yikes.
Miss Coco, you're gonna have to do a little bit more pink in the eye.
Well, you concerned about what's going on over here when you need to be worried about what's going on over there with that same makeup you've been running on the runway every single time.
Girl, look how orange you look, girl. You're
Don't
used to
start
being
with
my
me.
runner-up and being behind me. Don't switch the game up now, mama.
Okay, now, Miss Alyssa, now you pushed it.
Miss Coco, you're taking it personal. I'm joking.
Oh, now I'm not joking, bitch. You gonna call me a runner-up?
You ain't never won nothing.
Miss
By
Alyssa.
default, mama.
Miss
You
Alyssa.
took that picture by default.
No, I took that picture because you couldn't do the job, bitch.
I got that moment, though.
She got the crown put on her head. She got to feel the emotion of that moment. She took that away from me. I'll be damned if I let her take that away from me here. Not without a fight. This about to get real ugly.
You know what's ugly? Poverty.
Ooh, baby. It went from 0 to 1,000 real quick.
Billion.
Now we gotta really get into what's
Yeah.
going on.
Break
Yeah.
this down.
Yeah.
Because Alyssa popped off first.
Yes.
And it happened so fast.
Yes.
When Alyssa pumps to Coco and says, girl, you need a little bit more
More
pink in that eye.
Miss Coco, you're gonna have to do a little bit more pink in the eye.
Why? It's not giving, it says, hey, I got your back.
No,
Right.
it was
Giving-
supposed to be a read.
It's
It was a
supposed to be
read.
It was a read.
And
Let's
tried,
be clear.
And an unnecessary one.
Yeah. Because if you really thought that she had some pink in the eye, the delivery would have been different.
Exactly.
It would have been a tap.
Yeah.
It'd be like, hey sis, you need a little pink.
A little pink in the eye.
Not giving, girl, you need pink in that eye.
Right.
She announced it to the
She
entire
said it
world.
for the room.
Yes.
It wasn't a personal help.
I think the gloves really came off when Alyssa made the comment about don't try to switch the game
Right.
up.
You're a
always-
runner-up.
Yeah, stay
Yes.
behind me.
You're used to
start
being
with
my
me.
runner-up and being behind me. Don't switch the game up now, mama.
Now, we were talking about makeup.
Right. Right. Where did that come from? Coco reminded her a couple of times
Yeah.
that you're going too far.
Yeah.
Now you pushed it.
Miss Coco, you're taking it personal.
And she said, don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal. This is between me and you.
How
Right.
much more personal
How
can you
much more
get?
personal you
Yeah.
get? I was a runner up to you and took your crown after. This is a very personal situation that we have not worked out yet, and we're trying to work it out now through these playful reads.
And the picture is right there.
With them bright blue eyes shining.
Baby, yes, the picture was sitting right to
Right.
remind her that I got this.
I
did
got
this
this,
thing.
yes.
And when Coco went off, she's like, I'm not joking, bitch. First of all, that tagline is iconic.
Yes.
But
Everything.
that was her setting a boundary
Yes.
at the same time. It's like she set a boundary, it was full of anger, but it was still a boundary.
And the best way to stop it before it gets too far is reading body language. It's really about have the chuckle stop, has the voice changed, and check your intention. Am I having fun doing this anymore? Or am I now doing this to be mean? And did you notice how everybody in the room kind of understood that this was just something so deep that they should probably...
Literally.
Everyone stayed out of it. So when you have history with someone, it can be really hurtful when you're reading each other because you have different ammunition, right? If I know you, I got bullets, baby. Like, I have ammunition.
And especially if someone knows like a personal trauma that you've experienced, for someone to take it there, it's like, okay, now you're really trying.
I have a horrible example. It's a funny one, and it's happened a long time ago, but I'll never forget. My mother did it to me. One time, you know, we were having like a garage party, and she was like, "You wear dark glasses because you're a caca."
At the party?
At the party, though?
It was embarrassing in front of people. I don't remember why. I was really young. But I would never forget those words coming out of her mouth and me being like,
what? Like, Mom!
Like, whoa. You know, sometimes you can say things that you think are funny, or maybe it was something that we had joked about in the house. For her to say it in front of other people was like,
just keep it in the house.
Before
reading goes too far, just close the book.
As someone who has been the reader who went too far, you know, the best thing to do is to take accountability afterwards, especially if you care about that person.
It's important for us to be able to regulate our voice, especially when you're getting read or you're reading too much. We need to take a pause on that. So something I like to do, I actually call it Sissy talk. And it really deals with humming, and then saying something after that just to kind of take you out of the moment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hum the Drag Race theme song, and then we're gonna say 3 hallelujahs. All right, ready, y'all? 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Exactly. So the whole point of that is, one, at the end of that, I might be ready to speak again. If I'm being silenced in the moment, after doing that, I've hummed, I've reminded myself that my voice has value, it's relevant. And after those hallelujahs, you might want to re-engage with someone after that. So I think that's a great coping strategy to use.
That does probably work if you just can be like, you know, it makes you feel like you're doing something, but you're really not, and you just, you know,
It doesn't hurt anybody.
It's time for the Sissy Hotline.
Thank you for joining us. We are very excited to take your calls and figure out what's been stressing y'all's psyche.
Just a reminder, I'm a therapist, but this is not a therapy session. Think of this more as a Sissy consultation.
I'm ready for the next question. Let's check our DMs.
You,
Sissy that Psyche, Dr. Brinkley,
Neville,
and David speaking.
How can we Sissy that Psyche?
Hello, so my name is Blake. I'm from Pullman, Washington. And I've been having some issues recently with my roommate and longtime best. And this is our first year living together in college. And it's just not the tea we thought it would be.
It's not the tea.
Go ahead, tell me why, girl.
Yeah, what's going on?
I think we are not used to this spending this much time. Now we just have all this time, opportunity to just like get mad at each other. And as much as I love this girl, like, we get into fights where it's like we fight like a married couple.
Yeah, no shade. I mean, living with friends sometimes can be the best scenario or the worst scenario.
Yeah.
Things change. Being around people all the time, you literally now are having to manage 2 energies at one time, and y'all might not agree all the time. So I'm not surprised that y'all are having increased arguments.
Y'all are young, just out here, and guess what? You're changing. And you're both in very new situations. It's your second year of college, like you're away from the home. And with those changes come changes in behavior. You are turning into different people, and that's okay.
But no shade, a simple solution, Blake, get out the house, child. Get out that room, get out, just literally get out. getting out, getting space is so important in any relationship. Honestly, I think that if you're feeling heated and you're in the moment and you feel really mad, you might need to go to your room, shut the door, and just visualize, meditate for like even just a minute, just to calm down a bit and then re-engage. Don't think it's a negative thing to have conflict. Think of it as a way to learn and actually strengthen the relationship.
Okay.
Well, Blake, I'm hoping that you take all these notes. Hope you was writing some things down. And, we want to hear from you later. Hit us up. I want a picture of you and your bestie as you're helping her move her out, okay?
All right. On moving day with a U-Haul.
Yes, baby.
Okay.
Smiling, baby,
Bust
okay?
that U-Haul open.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
And, this really reminds me of Alyssa and Coco. They have so much history, and then they put into this pressure cooker where they're forced to see each other every day. And these old issues just, come back up.
Creep up.
Yeah, and they just pop up.
Right, and they didn't get space. They actually kept, they was in each other's face.
Right.
Like this, okay, give it, you're orange. So please, it's giving, get some space, baby, okay? And if you need help sissing that psyche, please remember to tweet us at #WowHelpMe.
All right, y'all, let's take it back to the table.
I really learned today that when I notice someone else having that body language that I did too much, to take accountability.
Yeah.
So really quickly, step one, hum. Hum, it could be your favorite song. It can be something you heard on the radio. It could be anything, hum. And then two, give 3 big hallelujahs to remind you that your voice is your choice to use.
I'm taking it from it that, I really just need to hone in on body language when I'm reading, because one thing I'm not going to stop doing is reading. So,
Okay.
Know yourself.
Yeah, no, I know myself, and I know I'm going to read a bitch.
Well, girl, since you're such a good reader, let's put you to the test.
Okay.
You ain't gonna read me, you can read my man though.
Oh, read me?
Yeah.
I'm going to receive your permission.
Yes.
And read your name.
You also have my permission.
Okay, yeah, 'cause that's what I need.
I was gonna check in. Is it okay if he reads you?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I love getting read, especially if it's good, red, roasted, anything. Like, make me laugh, making fun of myself. What could he possibly say?
David.
Yes.
I love what you've done with your hair. Where is it? I can't find it in all that you have on there.
It stops about here.
Okay. Yeah.
That was good.
Yes.
That was good. Yes.
Simple.
I mean, it got enhancements, baby.
Yes.
My
Enhancements.
girl's got a little extension.
I will always have.
And it looks,
It looks great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Word. Well, hullabaloo, and thanks all to you. See you next time on Sissy That Psyche.
I wanna get the
It was funny. I got it. And you laughed too, so it was
I just want to take a moment for my hair.